Hey all, I hope you're all doing well. So today we have a request video for the Supercar XXL Supersport XL YSA 021 car. Someone's asked me how to increase the runtime on the car and a very simple method. So I've tested it out. So here we have our standard battery. Okay, now as normal you wouldn't have these two wires. I'm going to explain this in a sec. You'd have just this wire coming out. Okay, so this is a 24 volt 7 amp hour battery. Okay, and these two batteries I have here either side are 12 volt 7 amp hour batteries. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to connect these batteries in series to each other and then in parallel to each other. This allows you to keep the car running at 24 volts but actually doubles your runtime, and these batteries are cheap. 12 volt 7 amp hour batteries are very cheap. You need to go for 7 amp hour because the capacity of these needs to match the capacity of this. Okay, because otherwise they end up becoming unbalanced and yeah, it's just not a good thing. Also, these are cheap and I know these fit in a car, which I'll show you in a second. So the first things first is we need to have turned the light off, haven't I? Right, let's get the light back on. So the workbench is a bit of a mess today and I really just can't be bothered to tidy it, to be honest. I can work in this, it's not really a problem. So what we have to do, these side parts, we need to pop these open. So just a flat, anything flat bladed will do it. Probably not this knife. No, not this knife. Do you know what? Don't try and use a cheapy knife like I just did, because it's pointless, and this is what I get for trying to rush through this video, so apologies. I've done it on the other side, but you can just get your fingers under there, grip, pull. Okay, so as you can see, it's popped out here. Pop it all the way out, lift that up and slide your battery out the case. Okay, push down on that rubber bit just there, and it comes out nice and easy. See, oh, so it doesn't come out nice and easy. I forgot it's screwed in at the top. It's been a while since I've done this one. I've not been running the battery. So in here we have our 24 volt 7 amp hour battery. Our self-resetting fuse is rated at 20 amps. So that's our thermal fuse. So, and then what I've done is I've used these sort of, if I can get that off nicely. Yeah, I use these clips. Okay, so they're kind of like a female and a male on the same one. So what I do, I hardwire in a female plug on this end. Then connect it on and connect your male on. So you want a positive and a negative, okay? So put it all back together the way it came apart. Let's just slide Mr. Rubber bit up there, clip him in place. Mr. Fuse, you go in there. So thread your two wires down, try to get it underneath the rubber so it doesn't trap too much. Didn't really have an issue when I run this setup, so hold it all together, back into your case and push back in. Nicely done. So you see we kept slid out. It doesn't fit very well on top, to be honest, and it's not pinching the cable. So once again, I've modified this battery to use it on a different car, so ignore the ring terminal. So you'd have two spade connectors on each end. Sorry, I'm not going to pull this off because I'm currently using this battery in the police ride-on car. Don't want to pull it apart. Right, so next we'll just push that to the side. So when you mount this in the car, actually keep that just there, you're going to have one battery either side of this, okay, because they fit in there, and I'll show you that in a second. All right, so you're going to run a lead from the positive side here, okay, to the negative side. Okay, that will then create your 24 volts among these two. Then you take your negative lead here, okay, and connect it to your negative terminal here. Then you take your positive lead and connect it to your positive terminal. Okay, now if you'd like, you can run a fuse in between here. Okay, but obviously as we saw, the power feed that's coming out is going for a fuse, but some people like to run a fuse. So if you want, split that, put an inline fuse in there, 20 amp will do you, sort of thing. So done. We now have, so your positive to your negative just here, okay, connected over, and then your negative on one battery and your positive on the other. You now have 24 volts at 14 amp hours and your runtime doubled. Let's have a quick look at the car. I've just put in 4 12-volt batteries. They're in there loose, so I'm just going to show you how it mounts in, okay? So bear with me. So as standard, your standard battery would be just here, okay? You can fit one battery on this side and another battery on this side. That's it done. Connect your plug back in, obviously, and you fit your battery back in, and you are good to go. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll catch you later on. Cheers all, bye.